good?
What's up?
You guys see anything new? Is there anything new?
Do you recognize?
So, mini update before we talk about a whole lot of things. We have a whole new setup.
We do.
Very cheap. But
still made us broke.
But it works. We have a new setup and we have new content coming. As of late, we've been as of late a thing. As of late, we've been using
recently.
We've been using a phone to take vlogs, just to keep or just to have content going because we don't want to be stale.
But we've also honestly been, I've been very preoccupied.
Yeah.
So, the last thing I wanted to do sometimes was to be creating content.
Yeah.
So it be like that.
It does.
It be like that.
Does. But then again, lows and highs, and we're back. We've been back. It's just
we're always here.
We're officially back with the new setup out here. So today is World Mental Health Day. We're late to the topic. Not really. We're just late with recording. We had tests.
Yeah.
And we have we have a lens that we needed to get to record. Like we needed to fine tune and everything. It was tiring. I was sweating and shit. Oh shit. I was sweating. And we got it to work and this is how it looks. So I hope the quality is coming out nice.
We got new hair, so everything is just new everywhere. But I feel like we'll give that conversation a different day.
Yeah.
I think just for the purposes of this video particularly, we're recording it on the 10th of October, which is 10/10 World Mental Health Day.
So basically, we didn't want to get into talking about too much.
No.
Just wanted a short video to express again how important taking care of your mental health is. It's not light. Like it's not something to take lightly. Taking care of your mental health, any kind of health, even physical health, requires some level of effort to take care of your physical health. So we don't really have. Today we just have a very broad message.
Really, the message is the worldwide. The message today is the worldwide message of creating and increasing more awareness about mental health and driving the conversation and really on this day observing that something like this exists, and as much as it is placed on one day to be taken note of, it is something we have to be doing every day. Something that we need to, it's like there's no hierarchy as such with regards to your health, your mental health, your physical health, your social health, your sexual health. They all contribute, a significant, substantial, what is the
prevalent
word? Prominent. They all play a very important role in our lives and
in who you are.
In who you are. And so because Precious Charlotte is that space and continues to be that space to have those conversations, to learn. I feel like what we've discovered in our time of being on and off of recording is that we have a lot to learn. And we want to share what we learn on this space. not coming from a professional perspective, or but really from saying we have learned and heard and read about this, and we're giving it to you to consider, and perhaps you go back and do more work. Sort of, we're playing the middleman in that instance, but also sharing our personal experience once again, because it has not ended. We are still experiencing a lot of development within the mental health spectrum,
sphere, space,
space.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, so really today we want to affirm ourselves and our contribution, perhaps on this channel, and why we started the channel, and really just pay homage, is that a thing?
I think so.
To what this day means to the world.
And the message also, hopefully and broadly, is that this is not like, it should not just be a trend, like it shouldn't be a day for people to start talking or start learning or understanding what mental health and everything around it is. It should be a day of a reminder that today we reflect on how much we've learned about mental health, how much we've other people's mental health issues, methods of keeping healthy, and the whole, what's that word? Nah, not thingamajig. The whole shandik. I don't know if that's a thing. If that's an insult, I'm sorry. But yeah, basically we're just trying to make light of the situation in a sense where we don't make fun of it, but we make the conversations interesting to talk about.
And very possible as well, because I feel like there's such a heaviness that comes with talking about mental health that it has become quite hard to even, and this is also something that we have to include in a video to come. Where do we start? Where do we stop? What is a trigger? What is considered as a trigger warning? What should be only spoken of within access of professional help, where now we say if anything happens, there's always somebody that we can go to. And what you were saying is true, that today is not the day where we say mental health and we make it trend and we have all this hype about it, and it dies out tomorrow, and we are the same people that are ignorant, apathetic to the issue, and not I'm gonna use observing again, but just being aware, just being aware citizens of,
like, contributing in any way.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot, in a sense that it's not a lot that it cannot be learned. It's just a lot to explain, and sometimes explanations are so broad or technical, but our hope is that we make it as contextual and non-professional sounding as possible, like very casual and easy to relate to,
but very relevant as well. Because not everyone's lived experience is depression and anxiety.
That's true.
And so there needs to be an element of relevance that comes with these conversations, because not everyone experiences mental health problems or mental illness the same way. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of types of mental illness that exist, but we're sort of dwelling on depression, anxiety. So really expanding on that it's required. It's necessary. To sleep.
Because what the final word will be that we dealt with anyways, we dwell on depression and anxiety too much, because not only because it's one of the few things that we know, but it's our personal experience, or it's the most thing that's out there. But there's also a lot. I think dementia, for example. What is
that? I think that's a degenerative disease.
Oh.
Bipolar.
Okay. No, because I was thinking about something where, like, we have people in our communities that walk around and talk to themselves.
Yes. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and like now, see, there's a lot to learn. Like, I still need to learn those things. We see them and we just write them off as yeah, crazy, and we mock them. But like, usually these people are they not only, I feel like there's something that could be done. I don't want to say they need help, but there's something that could be done either by them or just not writing them off, you know. And that just highlights one of the few things that we heavily sleep on, but like we focus on the things like anxiety and depression because they're so close to us that other things we don't mind. So we have a space where there's no this is heavier than the other one. Like, it's just mental health, and we talk about it in full. And at the same time, though, we're still gonna be having fun. We're still gonna be vlogging on the side.
We've been doing a lot of like out of
channel objective.
Yeah, out of channel objective things. Like, we've been having a lot of fun vlogging, photography. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much to people that have been involved in us just exploring photography a lot more. I feel like with there too, we can't be like, okay, now we're gonna start charging 250 rand per 10 minutes.
Like, how do people charge for taking photos?
So much. We still feel like we have a long way to go, and that's great. I think it's great that there's always an opportunity. We always see an opportunity to do better.
Oh, next up is movies. When? Guess we'll never know. Wait, is that a thing? I wanted to create
mystery,
anticipation type thing. Okay, never mind. So yeah, that was the video for today. Hope you had a very fruitful 10/10. Is that what we're gonna call it now? 10/10. Mental Health Day. Hope you got to reflect. Hope you got to think of other people. Just know that if you go through things, even though it's as cheesy as a pizza,
what are you even saying?
You're not really alone. Like, you're not alone, and there's always someone you can reach out to. I know, we know firsthand that it's hard to reach out to someone. Sometimes we struggle to reach out to each other. But it gets there. There's always someone to talk to, and stay, I don't want to say stay strong because that implies that you're being weak, but these are things we still need to unpack, that being weak is not a bad thing.
It's not negative.
Negative is not negative. But that's conversation for another time. And until the next video, you think we need an intro and an outro thing, like till the next video, cheers. Till the next video. I don't know. We will do it till the next video. I think that one works.
Okay. Whatever, man.
Next time. Okay, bye guys.